Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss on packet switching under computer networks. So packet switching is nothing but the data will be divided like this, and in this each packet will be sent to the receiver. So the data whatever we have sent will be broken down into number of packets, small parts called as the packets, and then with the help of the switching techniques it will be transferred to the different kinds of systems like this. So this method of transferring data we call it as a packet switching here. So as computer networks is concerned, so it is a method of transferring data in the network. Say we have to transfer the data, but while transferring the data we have to see to that it should be fast, efficient over the network, and minimum time it should take. In order to do that we have to break the data into smaller pieces. So here in order to send the data faster, so the messages has to be broken down into smaller pieces. That small piece we call it as a packets, and if you break down the data and send, then it can be reached faster. So this is the technique that has been used behind the packet switching. And each in this packet you can see it contains the header. That means what are the main things that it contains. Header specifies the beginning of the packet and contains source and destination address, like who is sending the data and where it has to be reached, packet number, all those things will be included in the header. Then the user data contains information that you have to transfer. Suppose I have sent one message, so that user, whatever the message that has sent, comes under user data. Then the trailer, it is a redundancy checksum. It is used for error detection and correction. So if there is any error, or if any error is detected, whether it has to be sent back, all those things will be contained in the trailer. So this is about the packet, that format of the packet. So each packet contains header, user data and the trailer. So next we will see what are the different approaches like in packet switching, what concept it uses. So it uses some concepts called as a store and this thing. So it uses like store and forward technique. Store means it does not transfer the data alone, it stores the data and then it transfers. So that is why it is called as a hop for stores and then sends the data, forwards the data. So this technique is useful because so we can send the packets in more than one path, and if any of the packets does not reach, we can discard them. Okay. So this is how the data transfer. Here we can see that how it has been transferred. Sender is sending one message. See, message 1 is taking this direction and it is reached the receiver. And then second message is again the sender, some other sender may send the second message. So if two messages are sent, so it has taken this path and reached the receiver. So this technique where in between the messages can be stored and then sent. See, this messages is sent to A first, stored, then sent to B and then sent to E. So each time it is storing and sending. Here also messages are stored at this point and sent to the receiver. So this is message 1 and 2. This technique we call it as a store and forward switch. In between this it uses a switching so that messages can be stored and sent. So what are the types of packet switching? So delays, what it happens in the packet switching. While transferring the data there could be delay. What are the types of delay that involves this transmission delay? Is the delay the time required to time that is spent in order to transfer the data. Propagation delay means it depends on the distance of, like fiber optics, which cables you have used. If you have used fiber optics, it takes less time and it will transfer the data more faster. Then queuing delays, if there are more number of packets in the network, then there will be queue, so it has to be maintained. Then processing delay, destination maybe includes error checking. While checking the errors, processing delay happens. Then end-to-end delay, while transferring, processing, queuing, everything totally together we call it as an end-to-end delay. We have the types of packet switching, that is virtual packet switching. So it is a connection oriented where we establish a connection. Virtual means which is not real. For the temporary purpose, there will be a connection that is established between the sender and the receiver, and the path is set up using a signaling protocol. So all packet that belongs to this follow the same protocol, same route. So already we have defined the route, predefined route will be there. It will follow the same route which is already been defined, and each of this packet contains one virtual address. Based on this, it will be divided into smaller packet, and each packet will contain the sequence number. So based on that, it will transfer the data. So you can see the packets and the sequence number here, and it involves the phases like setup phase. First is to establish the connections between the sender and the receiver. Addresses will be exchanged so that it has to be sent to the receiver. So this is the setup phase. From A, how the packets has to be moved. See, path is given from where it has to be moved and where it has to be reached. So during this phase, connection will be established. Okay. So next is the data transfer phase. Once the connection is established, using the header and the information, timestamp, everything will be there here. So based on that, see here you can see the packets are divided like 3 to 1, 3 to 1. So these are the packets divided, and these are the sequence number. Based on this sequence number, data will get transferred in the same path which is already been defined. So these are the virtual paths that are being defined. So it has taken this path which is highlighted in this. So using this path, it will be transferred. Then tear down phase. In this phase already the data has been completed, transferred. After transferring the data, the circuit will be released so that we can use that for future use. Tear down is something but delete the path, or after connection is established, just destroy the connection. So that is the meaning. So next we have one more approach, that is a virtual connection oriented. This is connectionless, and we call it as a datagram approach. In this, there is no path established, so packets can take any directions to or any route to transfer the data depending on the port numbers, or like connection. There is no need to establish the connection or its setup or a tear down phase. So no phases will be there. So decisions are made dynamically for each packet. That means packet belonging to the same follow the same flow or same destination may take the different path, and it will arrive the destination. But while arriving at the destination, it will follow the order. But while moving through that, it can take any path. So this will be used in higher levels of protocols like TCP/IP for flexibility, integrity things. And this is a datagram approach. Here the path is not being defined. Okay. So here, so you can see that the message is divided into 4 packets like 4, 3, 2, 1, and each packet is taking the different path. Whereas in that approach, like in the connection approach, like virtual approach, the packets were not taken the different path. So all the packets followed the same path. You can see here. See here, all the packets follow the same path. See 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Together they went in the same path. But so this is about the connection. So connectionless means datagram approach where the packets take the different path. This is the thing where it is taking the different path. So this we call it as a datagram approach. So before reaching the destination, even though the packets have taken the different path to travel, before reaching the destination, it will be rearranged and it will be sent to the user. And you can see what are the difference between the packet switching, circuit switching. That is a datagram approach. So there will be no physical packets are divided and sent independently in packet switching, whereas in dedicated path is done. So this is a circuit. Then setup is required, is no setup is required. Then fixed path, there is no fixed path. Okay. So delay is not uniform. Uniform is less reliable, more reliable. Transmission is handled by both source. Here transmission is handled by the source. So efficient, inefficient, like that, there it has own advantages and the disadvantages. So it takes less time in circuit switching. So depending on the requirement, we can use the switching techniques. So let us see what are the advantages of packet switching. So if we use packet switching, there is no need to reserve the path, so which leads to better utilization of the time as well as the bandwidth. Then minimal transmission latency, that is less waiting, without waiting for the complete path to establish. If the minimum path is established, then you can transfer the data. Then higher reliability, so you can mean the destination can detect which packet is missing, all those things, and it may ask to resend the packet if any errors are there. Then greater fault tolerance, there is no the tolerance rate is less because there is no particular path will be set. So if any any links get fails, so it is been rerouted. It will take the alternate path and it will reach. Then generally it is cheaper to implement, and it is less cost for maintaining. So these are the disadvantages, like unordered delivery. So packets may arrive out of the sequence. So that is one disadvantage. Then there is a need of sequence number. So if the sequence number is not allocated, then reassembling of packets will not be done properly. Then it increases the complexity at nodes, because at each time it is taking it has to be stored and forward. So the packets that are dynamically added, which will lead to complexity. Then transmission delay can happen because of huge traffics in the networks and congestions in the networks. It may reach at the lower rate. It may take more time, so transmission delay may occur. So these are the disadvantages of packet switching. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe.